No one really tells you how lonely and confusing your first month in Australia can be. You come into the new country, new system and new rules, and you just try to figure everything out if you just moved to Adelaide or about to move. This video will walk you through a complete guide to your first month in Adelaide so that you know exactly what to do without stressing yourself out. Starting out with the first important thing after arriving is to get a phone number or SIM card, so that you can let your family know that you have arrived here safely. So you can buy a SIM card at the airport or supermarket. But airport SIM cards are usually more expensive. If you want something cheaper, you can grab one from a supermarket like Coles or Woolies. They usually have special or bundle package. Or you can get it at a phone provider. And in Australia, there are 3 major phone providers: Telstra, Optus, and Vodafone. So depending on the type of mobile plans and data usage you need, price might be different depending on the phone provider. And to get a phone number, you will need your visa and your passport. Once you get your internet sorted, the next thing you need to know is to learn how to use the public transport. If you're coming from a country like me where you mostly drive or use your personal transport, this can feel pretty stressful at first. So it is important to know how to use Google Maps, read the signs, and press the stop button at the right time. So in Adelaide, there are 3 primary public transport: bus, trains, and tram. So in order to catch a public transport here in Adelaide, you will need a metro card. You can buy a metro card at airport from vending machine at bus stop 10. If you arrive at the international arrival gate, just walk out of the gate, then turn left. Keep on walking till you see a sign. Then keep on walking straight until you see a bus sign. Once you see the bus sign, keep on walking, then cross the road. You will see the vending machine where you can buy your metro card. If you cannot get it from the airport, you also can get the metro card at the train station or from the retailer near where you are staying. There are 4 types of metro card: regular, concessions, students, and senior card. So just buy one that's appropriate for you, and once you get your metro card, you can register your card online through adelaidemetro.com.au. That let you check your account balance and top up online. You can also top up at any metro card retailers or vending machines across Adelaide. The other option you got, if you know that you're not gonna use the public transport very often, is to use tap and pay directly from your bank card. And a quick tip for you: in Adelaide, you only need to tap while you're on the bus and you don't need to tap off. Just making sure that you always tap on while you're in the bus, because there will be an inspector going to check from time to time. And talking about tapping, if you find this video is helpful and want to support these channels, please hit like and subscribe. Thank you! So now you know how to use the public transport. The next thing you need to do is to go and open your bank account. It is very important to have the bank account here in Australia because everything is cashless here. And you can go and open the bank account online, or you can just go directly to the branch. And there's a couple of major banks here in Australia like CommBank, Westpac, NAB, ANZ, and others. So you can do your research on which bank provide better options for you. For international students, some banks offer a special student discount with lower fee, so keep an eye out for those. To open a bank account, you will need your passport, your visa, proofs of Australian address, and any other additional details depending on the bank. Next on the list is to get your TFN, that is your tax file number. So if you are planning to work here in Australia, the employer will ask for it for tax purposes. You can apply for your TFN online through the Australian Taxation Office ATO website, and it's completely free. One thing you need to remember when you get your TFN number, so your TFN is completely unique to you and confidential. So do not share it with others except your university, your employer, or trusted financial institutions. And keep it somewhere safe once you get it, because you will need it whenever you start a new job or lodge a tax return. Next up is to set up MyGov account to access and manage government service, especially for things like like tax and Medicare if you are eligible. And if you are working in Australia, you will need a MyGov account to lodge a tax return each year. You can set up your account online or by download the MyGov app on your phone. So once you sign up, you can link a service like Australian Taxation Office, ATO, Medicare and more, all in one place. It's a good idea to set this up early so you're ready when you need to lodge your tax returns or access other services. Now that you got the essentials sorted, it's time to go grocery shopping. So depending on where you live, there are some major supermarkets here in Australia like Coles, Woolly, Aldi and Foodland. And if you live in the city, you can also check out the Central Market, which is a great place for fresh produce and local goodies with affordable price. A little tip, if you live in the city and want to shop at the Central Market, they always have a discount at the end of the day. And if you want to shop at Coles or Woolies, don't forget to check Willie's catalog for half-price items. So if you plan to buy any specific item, you can keep an eye on when it's go for half price. That way you can save fair amount of money for grocery as there's always half price every week. Now, accommodation is another important thing you need to consider if you haven't secured one. And in Australia, there are 5 types of accommodation. First up is student accommodations, which is purposely built for students and usually located close to university. It is convenient and fully furnished, but it can be a bit more expensive. Second is share rental, which is the most budget-friendly option. So you rent a room and then share a common space like kitchens and the living room with others. This is very popular for international students and a working holiday visa holder. And the third option is a private rental accommodation, which you rent the entire apartment or house. These are usually listed on websites like realestate.com.au or domain.com.au. But these options can be harder to secure if you are new to Australia. Fourth option is homestay, where you live with a local family. This is a great option if you want to improve your English speaking and want to experience the Australian culture, especially if you are new to the country. And the last option is a short-term accommodation, so things like hostels or Airbnb, which many people use when they first arrive while they are house hunting. So I won't go into the full process of finding the accommodation in this video. I will break that down into a separate video on my channels. So now you got your internet, your bank account, and know a little more about Adelaide. So if you are an international student, it's time to start your uni. But before your class officially begin, there's something called orientation weeks, or you can just call it a week. This usually happens 1 week before your semester starts, and honestly, this is one of the best weeks at uni. During a week, you get to explore your campus so you don't feel lost on day one. You will find out where all the important spots are, like the library, student lounge, cafe, and the computer labs. It's also the perfect time to sign up for clubs, society, and sport team if you want to get involved and meet people who share the same interests. You also get your student ID card too, which you will need it to enter the building, use for printing services, and access student discount around Adelaide. But the best part of all week is meeting new people. There's some fun activity and event designed for international students to make new friends and settle in quickly. And honestly, it's really important to join the orientation week because it's a good chance for you to ask questions and building your uni life from day one. It makes everything feel less stressful when your class is officially begin because you already know your ways around and always have some friends to hang out with. Once you start getting familiar with the university system, the next step is to enroll in your course, and this part is really important. Make sure you check your university study plans and enroll as early as you can because different courses have different enrollment dates and sometimes limited spots. And if you leave it too late, you might miss out on the classes that you want. A quick tip is to keep an eye on your uni email and the student portal for enrollment deadline and instructions. It's really important to enroll as early as possible to get your preferred classes and timetable. And if you are not sure on how to enroll or find your study plan, do not hesitate to contact the uni student support or the academic advisor. Once you are enrolled, one thing you got to know is learn how to borrow a main course book from your uni library. So course book can be really expensive, and depending on your degree, you might need 1 or 2 course books per subject. For me, I usually have to read at least 2 books for each subject, which would add up a lot of money if I had to buy them all. So if you want to save some money, borrowing books from a uni library is the way to go. But keep in mind, the library only have a limited number of copies and it's usually first come first serve. So you want to borrow a book online as soon as they are available, and also check with your university as well whether they have like an ebook option because those are more convenient and easier to access. It's a good idea to get familiar with your uni library website early on to save you heaps of money and stress. The next important thing you need to know about the assignment is how to cite the reference. So referencing is really important because it shows where your idea is coming from, proof that you're building on the previous research, and most importantly is to avoid plagiarism. Depending on your lecturer and department, there are a few different referencing styles, and the most important one is Harvard referencing. So it's a good idea to check which one you need to use early on. Honestly, I found it pretty tricky at first to do the correct referencing. So it's better for you to do it the right way at first because when the assignment time comes, you already know how to do it. And most universities provide you a guide or the online sessions about referencing. So making sure you attend those sessions so that you won't mess up with the reference list. Now it's time for you to start working on the Australian style resume and cover letter so that you can apply for casual and part-time job. Because having the correct format is really important because the employer here is looking for something a bit different compared to your home country. I also have a full YouTube video that shows you exactly how to write the Australian style resume. You can go into my channel and check it out. Last but not least, make sure you take some time to explore the city because later on life will get busy and your first month here is the best time for you to get out and explore what Adelaide have to offer. And Adelaide is a small and easy to get around city. You can hop on the bus and visit amazing places like Chinatown, the South Australian Museum, State Library, Central Market, Rundle Mall, MOD and the Botanic Garden. If you want to get out of the city, check out Glenelg or Henley Beach for a chill day by the sea. Another fun trip is heading to Hendorf, a charming German village just outside the city, where you can try strawberry picking and enjoy great food and shop. So grab your friends and enjoy Adelaide while you can. And that's it for your 1 full month plan here in Adelaide. I hope this video helped you feel more prepared and confident about settling here in Adelaide. And as always, if you find this video is helpful, please hit like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye bye!